Hi, my name is Maria. I made this video to help a dear friend in terrible trouble because of severe prolonged clinical depression. I'm asking for your urgent help because my friend is in danger of losing all of his worldly possessions, much of which is irreplaceable, like family photo albums and things like his dad's World War II medals and letters from his mother, everything, including his furniture and most of his clothing. All these things are in a very large storage unit that will be auctioned off within 20 days because he is so many months behind in payments. The funds will be needed by February 9th at the latest. He is also in danger of being evicted from his apartment for the same reason. It's going to take at least $5,800 to save his storage, begin a new depression treatment, and keep him from becoming homeless. He's been struggling a long time, and I have good reason to believe the terrible losses he faces will be too much for him to endure. I'm not saying his name right now because it could jeopardize his job prospects because not everyone understands depression. He's a great, normally happy guy who has accomplished a lot in his life. He loved teaching young people as a professor, and they loved him. One day he showed me evaluations the students had written, saying things like it was the best class ever. They remarked about how upbeat he was, how much he made them laugh, and how much they loved his outlook on life. This is the same guy who now forces himself out of bed only to see eyes in the mirror that no longer reflect the joy and purpose that so inspired those young people. A guy for whom the moment his eyes open, he looks forward only to return to sleep because it is a kind of temporary death. And believing nothing is worse than wasting the gift of life, he's ashamed because he cannot summon the strength and courage he once depended on to escape this hell. My friend is even better known as a fighter and advocate for those less fortunate than himself. As a policymaker, he has fought tirelessly to bring food to children who are hungry, for health research to cure illnesses, and protect the innocent from brutal human rights violations in many countries. He's had an amazing career serving others, and he will again after we've helped him through this crisis. But right now, this depression has paralyzed him for way too long. The medication which once worked for him no longer does. He wants to start a promising new treatment, but he cannot afford even the small costs required to get started. I'm asking you to please help him because I think it's better to help someone before it's too late than to try to put the pieces of a shattered life back together after disaster strikes. He has absolutely no family. Unfortunately, they've all died, and no close friends with the financial ability to help on the scale that this emergency requires. That is why I'm reaching out to you for funds on his behalf. It just breaks my heart to see him so close to losing all that he has left to remember his family, and to see him so close to losing the place where he lives. There is more to learn in the written statement about my friend, including the role that a traumatic brain injury from a horrible car accident played in making his symptoms so much worse. There were other misfortunes beyond his control that caused him to lose his family and his home to foreclosure. I hope you can find time to read it. Please help my friend escape this debilitating depression by donating here to someone in real despair. Every amount counts, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all the help you can give. Bless you and your family and friends.